It's November 14th, and we all know what that means. The Goodreads Choice Awards have been announced. We have between the 14th and the 26th to vote for the initial 300 nominees across 15 categories. I had no intention of filming this today, but I also knew that if I put it off, I was going to be spoiled. Already, I nearly clicked on Chandler's video and Katie's video. It's only a matter of time before I find out every book on this list, and I wanted to go in completely blind. This is gonna be embarrassing for me because number one, I've had a horrible reading year. I have not read nearly as many books as I normally do. At this point, I've read 99. I definitely think I am missing a lot of the new releases this year. I think I did not read a lot of them. So this is going to be very revealing, very telling about what kind of books I read. Am I even a reader? Can I even say I'm a reader if I have no idea what was released in 2023? We're about to find out. I have some predictions for some of the categories. I think obviously romance, thriller, horror, and fantasy I read the most of, so I definitely have a few predictions for those categories. The other categories I really don't pay attention to. I don't pay attention to historical fiction, literary fiction. Because of that, I don't have much faith that I'd be able to guess even one of the books on there. Let me preface this by saying, do I love Goodreads? Absolutely not. Do I love the way they do their awards? Absolutely not. It makes no sense to me that anyone can vote regardless of whether they've read the books in the category. And you'll see when I go through and vote that I'm gonna vote for the ones I've read, right? And if I haven't read any of them, I'm probably gonna vote for the ones I've heard of. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, that's the way it goes, and I'm not gonna not participate because I haven't read all 300 books. This has been a problem for years and years with Goodreads. I know a lot of people do not agree with the way they do their awards, but it just is what it is. And I think it's very unlikely that if I were to take the high road and not vote for a category that I hadn't read all of the books from, that anybody else would be doing the same thing and it would be a more fair fight. You know what I mean? So the same people are going to win, just like always, and we're just going to hope that one day maybe they make some changes. Maybe they make some improvements. Maybe they add 0.5 stars to their ratings. Wouldn't that be wild? I am going to pop some energy. We have a Hawaiian shaved ice today. I haven't tried this one yet. Anybody think I'll like it? Okay, not bad. I'm nervous. I'm a nervous Nelly. I don't think I'm going to do very well. Not that this is a test, but I feel like it's a test and I don't feel like I'm gonna do very well. All right, I think we're ready. It's the moment of truth. Let's get into it. Goodreads Choice Awards 2023. And let's get started. I am gonna start with fiction because I guarantee you I probably haven't read any of these. I don't have any predictions. I have no information, none. Best fiction. The Collected Regrets of Clover, I have not even heard of. The Bee Sting, I have not even heard of. I definitely know Jojo Moyes, and I'm not surprised to see her on here. The Wishing Game, I've definitely seen this cover around. Didn't know what it was about, but it has a 4.22 average rating. That's pretty good. Shark Heart, I knew would definitely be on here. That has been one that people have been talking about a lot recently. Same with Mom May. I have not heard of Burnham Wood at all. Interesting. Pineapple Street. A lot of people have been loving this year, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't pick up literary fiction very often, but this is one that I strongly considered picking up. Anne Patchett, okay. Big Swiss. I read one, The 5-Star Weekend. This is by Ellen Hildebrand. I will always read her books because I feel like it makes me closer to my mom because that's her favorite author. So I've actually read one on here. That's pretty awesome. Evil Eye. She wrote A Woman Is No Man, which got like so much praise. And again, it's like I want to read these things, but I just don't have faith in myself that I would be capable. You know? Alice Hoffman. I thought this was historical fiction. Then again, I don't think I ever really read the full premise. So, Wellness. I've seen this cover everywhere. I don't know what it's about. Yellow Face. Okay. R.F. Kuang. I do actually very much want to read that. That's one that I have on my TBR for sure. Hello Beautiful. Okay. And The Connollys of County Down. I don't know that one. So, the only book on here that I have read is the Ellen Hildebrand. However, see, it's hard. It's hard. What do? I feel like I want to vote for Yellowface just based on other people's reviews and based on the fact that it's the one out of all of these that I really, really want to read. The 5-Star Weekend was good, but it's not top tier, you know? I don't know. I'm going to go Yellowface, guys. And in my defense, I have read an R.F. Kuang before, so I don't feel super guilty. What's going to be next? I'm nervous. I'm nervous and excited. Oh, historical fiction. It says it right there. I'm going to do this really quickly because I have not read or heard of 90% of these. I have heard of Did You Hear About Kitty Carr? I have heard of Hang the Moon, Jesmyn Ward, Wayward. Okay. This is, see, again, it's like, why am I even voting for this? Because literally, I have no idea. I have no idea. I am going to go Let Us Descend only because I've read Sing Unburied Sing, and that was very good. So I actually have a feeling this is going to be very good, and I actually do want to read that. So that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. All right, the next category is mystery thriller. I think we're going to see Lisa Jewell. I think we're going to see Alice Feeney. Who else came out with a book? We're going to see Riley Sager for sure. I don't know what they're going to qualify Vampires of El Norte, but I think that'll be on there. If not, it'll be on horror for sure. Same with Lone Woman. I mean, we might get some Karen Slaughter, Samantha Downing. That book was rough. I could definitely see that on there because again, it's certainly not logical. The Goodreads awards. I don't know. Thrillers were weak this year. Is that just me? Thrillers were like super weak. But let's go. Let's see. Okay. Leftover Women. I have not read this yet. So I forgot this is mystery too. So we're going to get cozy in here. Vera Wong. Okay. I've heard a lot about this. The Coworker by Frida McFadden, as well as The Housemaid's Secret. I can't believe I forgot Frida McFadden. Of course she's on here. Riley Sager. I think that's probably what I'm going to vote for. We got a Karen Slaughter. I do not know The Maid's Diary. I did not know this was a thriller. That's embarrassing. I for sure thought this was literary fiction. The Villa. I can't believe this came out this year because this feels like ages ago, but I guess it was in the beginning of the year. But that makes sense. What Lies in the Woods, I did forget about that. The Last Devil to Die. This has a good chance, I think, because from what I understand, these fans of this series are rabid. I just bought the first 3, so I do intend to read it, but I haven't done so yet. We have Alice Feeney, Good Bad Girl. I haven't read it yet. Can't speak to it. All the Dangerous Things. I really did enjoy that. All the Sinners Bleed. Oh, I loved this. I loved this. William Kent Kruger. I also didn't qualify this as a thriller in my head, but that's interesting. Happiness Falls. Okay, I definitely want to read this. I just picked it up from Book of the Month recently. Bright Young Women, and None of This Is True. So of all of these, I have read 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them, which is not too shabby, but not great. And of the ones I've read, I am between The Only One Left and All the Sinners Bleed and None of This Is True. As far as twists go, None of This Is True was definitely the twistiest, absolutely. And as far as enjoyment level goes, I just ate the Riley Sager up for sure. But of all of these, of all 3, I think I'm going to have to do S.A. Cosby. I think I have to. I think I have to. Even though I don't have much faith that it'll win, I do think that it deserves some accolades. A.J. Finn. A.J. Finn has a new book coming out? Wasn't he canceled? Huh, interesting. All right, next is romance. So romance. We're definitely going to see Abby Jimenez. We're definitely going to see Christina Lauren, although I don't think that was the strongest book from them. We're definitely going to see Emily Henry. We're probably going to see Sarah Adams. I don't know what's going on with Colleen Hoover because I don't pay attention, but it ends with us. It starts with us. If that came out this year, that's 100% not only on there, but probably going to win. What else? What else? What else? What else? Ashley Poston, probably. I could definitely see Lucy Score on there. I could definitely see Elsie Silver on there. I could definitely see Lauren Asher. All right, let's find out. Let's find out. Ooh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Okay. Okay, we're ready. I forgot about Catherine Center. What an idiot. Oh, and he's the one. What an idiot. Oh, good Lord. Okay. So this is probably going to be my most successful as far as the ones I've actually read, but we'll see. We'll see. Catherine Center. I have not gotten to this yet. I read The Bodyguard this year, but I did not get to Hello Stranger yet. Love Theoretically is probably my favorite romance of the year. Probably. Might have to think on that. Again, I am actually planning to read that this month. The 7-Year Slip. I think I'm the only person in the world that did not enjoy this and did not manage to make it all the way through. I did not permanently DNF it, but it is DNF'd for now. Romantic comedy, I seriously want to read. I keep meaning to pick this up because it's about a comedy writer at SNL. Like, that's my dream job. Powerless. This was my least favorite in this series. So I understand why it's on here, and that is because it came out this year. But at the same time, I can't vote for it, even though I love Chestnut Springs so much. The Final Offer. This was 100% my favorite book in this series. I gave it 5 stars. Things We Hide from Light. My least favorite book in this series. I didn't even rate it? I didn't even put it on here. Oh, good. This is good to know because that means that I've read 100 books this year. Interesting. The Long Game, I have not read yet. True Love Experiment. I really did enjoy this. Like, I really did. I don't think it is their strongest book at all, but I will say I liked it better than The Soulmate Equation, which it is like a companion sequel to. Rebecca Yarros. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you don't know, Rebecca Yarros is the author of Fourth Wing, but she also writes romance, and apparently people love her. Apparently. The Right Move, Liz Tomford. I forgot about this one. I also forgot about Anna Huang. I have not started either of these series, but I do intend to read both of them for sure. Yours Truly, also one of my all-time favorite romances of the year. And Practice Makes Perfect. This was adorable. I gave this 4 stars. Wildfire, I have not picked up yet. I think I'm going to save it for summertime. Pucking Around. I have seen this cover everywhere. I did not realize it was this popular. That is interesting. Emily Henry and Meet Me at the Lake. That's surprising because from what I understand, everybody that loved the first book did not like this at all. It still has 145,000 ratings, so I kind of get it. I kind of get it. So let's see. We've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, the same as mystery thriller. That's interesting. Apparently I'm not a big reader. That's good to learn after 5 months on BookTube, I guess. All right, so what are we going with here? I am going to go between Love Theoretically and Yours Truly. I think I have to go Love Theoretically because this was the most relatable story I have ever read in the history of romance. I gotta. All right. Romantasy. Has this always been a category? Or is this new? Now I'm thinking of all the fantasies that I thought would be in the fantasy category. Do they actually go better with Romantasy? That's interesting. Well, on here, we're definitely going to see Carissa Broadbent. We're probably going to see Jennifer L. Armentrout. Maybe Stephanie Garber. Maybe. She deserves to be, in my opinion. Oh, Carrie Maniscalco, for sure. I wonder if the Cassandra Clare book, Swordcatcher, is that considered Romantasy? Because that might be on there, just because it's Cassandra Clare. I can't think of much else, so I'm pretty sure that means I just haven't heard of or read a lot of them. But those are my predictions. Let's get into it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Interesting. I did not think of this as a romantasy, but it is a fantasy with romance, so I guess that technically counts. I loved this book. I loved this book. Never Heard of You, Jennifer L. Armentrout. I see just in these 2 rows, 1, 2, 3. Like, girl, save some for the rest of us. Come on. I will say I love her covers. I always love her covers. Okay, so this one says a Blood and Ash novel, which I did read the first one, maybe even the second one. I think that's where I stopped. This is number 5. That's wild. And then this is Flesh and Fire. Don't even know if I know that series. I think I thought that that was part of the Blood and Ash series. So this is interesting. I actually want to look into this because I'm obsessed with this cover with the skull, with that design on it. That's so pretty. And the white leaves. Oof. Love it. This is a first book Somebody that reads Jennifer Lawler-Trout, can you tell me, because I've only read a few of her books, is it worth it to jump into some of these newer series? I liked Blood and Ash, but I didn't love it, and I definitely did not follow through with that series, so I don't know that there's a lot pulling me toward her, but at the same time, I don't know. Somebody let me know if there's another series by her that you think I should give a try to. Okay, Throne of the Fallen. I can't say that I've read it yet, but I cannot wait. Let's see. Oh, it has a 4.2 rating. That's awesome. It also has only been rated 6,000 times, but still. The Hanging City I've never heard of. Bewitched I've never heard of. I honestly am embarrassed. I feel like I don't know anything that's going on in the world. It's like when you get older and you like stop listening to new music and the only music you talk about is from your like teenage years. That's how I feel with books. I'm like, I don't know all these newfangled authors. Anyway, Zodiac Academy. This is book 8. There's 8 books out, and this says it was published in 2022. So how does that work? Anybody know? Like, what do you have to do to qualify in this year if you were published last year? I have read the first 2 of the series. I don't think that anyone could say that they're well written, so it's a little bit surprising to see them on here. Then again, they are incredibly popular, so I get it, I guess. Dawn of Onyx. Not heard of you either. What else is new? Apparently I don't read. Hurricane Wars. I desperately want to read this, actually. Did not realize this would be considered romantasy, but cool, awesome, great. Fourth Wing? I can't believe I forgot Fourth Wing. I mean, obviously this is gonna win, right? Because like nobody will ever shut up about this book ever. Like this has to win, I think. Just based on like the fact that like you can't not have heard of it. Look, it has 710,000 ratings and a 4.65. Like unheard of. Oh, that's gonna piss Katie off so much. The Coven, okay, have not read you. Queen of Thieves and Chaos by K.A. Tucker. Isn't she a romance author? I mean, I guess it's the same thing. Foxglove King, I did start this year and I did not finish it. I intend to. I was enjoying it, but I put it down because it was a new month and a new TBR and a new me. Ashes in the Starcursed King. This is another one. I started the first one and I put it down in favor of a new month and a new TBR. But I still intend to read this series. I want to get the hype. I really do. And Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. Another Carissa Broadbent. I thought this was like a novella, but I guess like that should count too. I don't know. All right. So, I mean, this is tough because I think we all know by now that my favorite book of the year is on here, as well as another favorite of the year. So how do I decide? If I were voting for what I think is going to win, I would go Fourth Wing. But if I'm voting for my favorite book on this list, it has to go to Assistant to the Villain. It has to. Has to. But I am definitely going to take note of a lot of these because I actually am very interested in diving into some new romantasy, that trend. And somebody let me know if this is a new category because I feel like this was not a category last year, but I could be totally wrong. All right, so now that we've had romantasy, I have no idea what fantasy is going to be. Like, not a clue. Not a clue. So let's find out. Let's find out together. Okay, Jennifer Saint. Don't know this one. Samantha Shannon, that makes total sense. The new V.E. Schwab makes total sense. Bookshops and Bone Dust. So this is a cozy fantasy, but I would have assumed this would have been more romantasy. I have not read Travis Baldree yet, and I don't know if I will, just because I've learned recently that I don't think I'm a big cozy fan. At the same time, I could be persuaded. I was this close to picking this up the other day at Shakespeare & Co. Like, this close. Adventures of Amin al-Sarafi. Okay, I did start this. I did not finish it. I do want to. I love Shannon Chakraborty. Love her. Love her, love her, love her. The Unmaking of June Farrow. Okay, so somebody finally told me what to qualify this book as because I have been going back and forth between like fiction and fantasy and thriller, mystery and romance. I didn't know what it was, so that's interesting. I'm hoping to read that this month. We'll see. A crowd favorite. Hellbent. Okay, haven't read it yet. Oops. Trust in the Emerald Sea, Brandon Sanderson. Is he gonna have more books on here? Or is this the favorite this year? Starling House. Okay. Don't know this one. The Will of the Many. Encyclopedia of Fairies. Okay. Clemenstra. No, I'm sorry. Clytemnestra. Clytemnestra. Interesting. Sword Catcher. Okay, so this is not considered a romantic. Good to know. Last Tale of the Flower Bride. This came out this year? I swear. Sometimes I like just feel like this year flew by, and other times it seems like the longest year of my life. I have never heard of this. I have never heard of this. And I have never heard of this. Although, hold on. Salman Rushdie. Okay. I mean, I've definitely heard of Salman Rushdie. I did not know he was still writing. Is that embarrassing? So I'm going to have to go with a favorite author, and that is tough. That is a tough one. You know what? I'm going Adventures of Amin al-Sarafi, because even though I didn't finish it, I read 150 pages of it and I was loving it. Like, absolutely loving it. You might be wondering why I didn't finish it. Don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell. Is that cheating? Yes, it is. But okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You can't tell me no. You're not in charge of me. You're not the boss. Science fiction. I mean, immediately, Pierce Brown is my vote. Immediately. So this one's going to be a quick one, because I can tell you right now, I probably haven't read a single one of them on here. So, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. I can't wait, but I'm not there yet. I'm still on Iron Gold. Iron Gold? Morningstar? I don't know. I can't remember. But I'm not here yet. Nope. Also didn't realize it was sci-fi, but interesting. The Marriage Act. I actually did want to read this. Martha Wells. Nope, 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 nope. And nope. Ooh, John Scalzi. This looks fun. Inheriting your uncle's supervillain business is more complicated than you might think. This looks like a good time. Interesting. Okay. Nope. And this I should have thought of. Haven't read a single one on here, but we're going with Pierce Brown because that's who we know. That's what we know. Horror. Ooh, my battery's dying. Hold on. Okay, we're back. I don't know if we are in the same angle, so I'm sorry, but dead battery. What are you gonna do? So we are about to go into horror. I'm gonna tell you right now, I better see Mayfly. I better see Nestlings. I better see Black Sheep. I better see How to Sell a Haunted House. My memory is so bad, like so bad. What else is there? There's Sisters of the Lost Nation, which I haven't read yet, but I have a feeling will be on there and I very much want to read. We're definitely going to see Stephen King. We always see Stephen King. I feel like he wins every year. What is his book this year? Holly? It doesn't really matter what he produces. Oh, or Fairy Tale. They might put Fairy Tale in there. Although I feel like that should have been in the fantasy category. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they make these decisions. I feel like there's something else I'm like totally forgetting. Maybe like The House on the Hill or September House. Like, I don't know if those are considered horror, but they certainly weren't in the thriller section. So I always say this, but I always struggle defining the difference between thriller and horror and fantasy, because a lot of times you could say that a book is all three at the same time. So let's find out. Okay, Forgot About You. Still haven't read it. Still haven't read it. Rouge. Yes, queen. I loved this. This says 5. I actually gave it a 4. 4.5, but mind your business. September House. I have not read yet, but I can't wait. Becoming the Boogeyman. Forgot about this. Okay. My Darling Girl. This is on my TBR next month. Sisters of the Lost Nation. Silver Nitrate. I don't know if I should pick this up. I haven't heard the best things, but also I'm so intrigued by the premise. I don't know. Black Sheep. Okay. Currently in the middle of that and I'm loving it. Loving it. Natural Beauty. I don't think I knew this was a horror. Interesting. The Reformatory. I do want to read this. I think I want to read episode 13 first. This is crazy. It only has 586 ratings. That's wild. How many does Black Sheep have? I'm just curious because I feel like horror is like the least read thing. I also think that the higher amount of ratings there are, the bigger the chances that it's going to win. This is 11,000. 11,000. I could see Stephen Graham Jones winning. Only 7,000 though. Sisters of... Nope. Jennifer McMahon maybe? 3,000. No, I mean, nobody reading horror, I guess? Mr. Magic. I don't think this is going to win, but I had a good time with it. Our Share of Night. This feels like the winner to me. Have I read it? No. But based on everyone else's experience, it's so intimidating. It's like this big. Like, I'm terrified, but also intrigued. Honestly, I just feel like I need to set aside like an entire month to like read it because it's scary. Scary, intimidating. Scary big, not scary scary. Although it does say demonic right here, but that doesn't scare me. The size does. How to Sell a Haunted House. Excellent. This has a lot of ratings. So far, the most I've seen, right? 73,000. That That's looking good. Dead 11. I loved this. Interesting. Okay. House with Good Bones. I had fun with this, but not a favorite. Vampires of El Norte. Okay, so they did consider this horror. Lone Women. Okay. Monstrilio. I forgot about you. Forgot about you. Literary horror. See, the minute you throw literary in, I'm sort of out, which I think just means I'm not very intelligent, bright, clever. And Holly. Interesting. Okay, so we went with Holly. I do want to read Holly, but I feel like I need to read, what was it connected to? Anyone remember? Mr. Mercedes. I do want to read Mr. Mercedes first. All right, so let's see. In here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. Better than most years. Better than fantasy. My God. What are we voting for? What are we voting for? I think I'm going to go How to Sell a Haunted House. Even though I read that so long ago this year, I still can't forget it. Like, I can't forget my reading experience. I feel like it like stuck with me. I really enjoyed it. That's what I'm going with. Oh, Grady Hendrix. I hope you win. I love him. I got to meet him one year at BookCon. He is just the nicest dude, and also like kind of cute, guys. Kind of cute. Not gonna lie. Ooh, young adult. Okay. I didn't even prepare. I wasn't prepared. I just clicked. Okay. Curse for True Love. So this is not in the romantasy section because they consider it young adult. That makes sense, I suppose. That, to me, is probably a front runner. I have not read any of these. I haven't even heard of Bring Me Your Midnight. Spice Road. What the River Knows. Did I know this was young adult? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I started this. I did not finish it. God, I say that a lot. I am embarrassed. This one, Cassandra. You probably got this one in the bag. Alexandra Bracken. Study and Drowning. I do very much want to read. Very, very much. Delicious Monsters. I almost bought this the other day. Divine Rivals. Can anybody guess what I'm going to say? I started it and didn't finish it. What else is new? Good Lord, I suck. Blood Debts. Don't even recognize the author. The Scarlet Veil, Shelby Mahern. She wrote Serpent and Dove. So she has a new series and I didn't know about it? Guys, why didn't anyone tell me? Why didn't anyone tell me? Powerless. I don't think I knew that this was young adult. Did I? Now I know. I'm reading this right now. These Infinite Threads. The Threads That Bind. I don't think I know this one. Don't know this one. I've definitely seen this cover before. And House of Roots and Ruin. I love how fantasy books, and especially young adult books, but like all fantasy, romantasy, all of that, it's always like House of, and there's always like ruin, fury, blood. Like it's like there's like these like keywords that are in every single one. So what are my predictions for this? Unfortunately, I think Cassandra Clare, although I do think Divine Rivals stands a chance, I also think that A Curse for True Love stands a chance. As far as like Powerless goes, I feel like everyone that's read it has loved it, but I feel like it just came out, so I don't think enough people have read it yet. Although 20,000 is not too shabby. Divine Rivals has 134, like way more than Chain of Thorns. Interesting. Are people abandoning our sweet Cassandra Clare? Cassie, I'm sorry. We gotta pick this up. It's getting darker and darker and I still have a lot to go. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna have to go with Curse for True Love because of everything on here. I think it's the only one I've fully finished. Although, like I said, I'm in the middle of this and I'm in the middle of this and I'm in the middle of this. So now we have young adult fiction. Highly Suspicious. Okay. I wonder if Check and Mate will be here because it just came out, but I feel like maybe. Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Okay. Karen M. McManus. Becky Albertalli. I feel like I've completely stopped following her, but look at her making new books. I'm embarrassed that I didn't know that. Maureen Johnson. Good for You. There's more American Royals. I just got rid of these 2 books, the first 2, but I kind of want to read the 3rd and the 4th. Check and Mate is on here, even though it just came out. What Happens After Midnight, I've heard good things about. Mortality, I've heard good things about. 5 Survive, I very much want to read. Okay. Have I read any of these? No. But I have read Jennifer Lynn Barnes this year for the first time, and this series, I am not this far, but I'm really enjoying her books. And I think as far as a young adult author, I'm gonna give her her props. Give her her flowers. All right, next is debut novel. this is fun. So like this could be any genre, right? Right? Adelaide, nothing but good things about that. I have it on my TBR. Wow, interesting. Like I say any genre, but then there's certain ones I don't see here that I'm surprised by, but okay. We are gonna go with, have I read any of these? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna go September House because I've heard amazing things, because I have it on my TBR, and because I love this cover. And that's just the decision we've made. What's next? Nonfiction. Ooh, I feel like Britney Spears. Is that on here? Oh, is biography separate? Yes. So never mind. I take that back. Nonfiction. This is just nonfiction. See, like anytime I hear nonfiction, I just like think of like either like books about wars and politics, or I think biographies. So like whatever these are would never cross my mind. Y'all, I can't even, really can't speak on any of these, like at all. Like at all. Roxane Gay, I do know her. I do think I've seen this cover for sure. But, okay, okay. This one I've definitely seen and almost picked up. So this is where my vote's going. That's the decision I am making. Okay, Prince Harry. He could take it for sure. For sure. Jill Duggar wrote a book. Who knew? How to Say Bob? I didn't know this was nonfiction. I don't think. Minka Kelly. I've heard such good things about this. Actually, from my therapist. Shout out, girl. Pamela Anderson. Page Boy. Okay. There's Brittany. Mary Washington wrote a book. I did not know that. Another Duggar. How many Duggars are there? I mean, that was a silly thing to say. There's a lot of Duggars. How many Duggar books, I should have said. Paris. Look at that. That's a cover right there. That is just, that's something else, girl. You rock. You rock, Hilton. All right, so we are going to go with Spare because it's the only one I've actually read on here. So, got to do it. I got to. Moving right along, history. Psh. Elon Musk, how are you in history, babe? How? 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 Killing the Witches. That is intriguing. The Horror of Salem, Massachusetts. I love the witch trials. I think it's fascinating. Fascinating. King. I have heard good things about this. A Tale of Shipwreck, Mutiny, and Murder. Is this like real life pirates? Because that would be really cool. Black AF. It's a great cover. That is a great cover. The Unwhitewashed Story of America. Oh, that's so interesting. I'm finding so many things that I want to read right now. Like, who am I? Who am I? I'm going with this because I really want to read this. This sounds freaking interesting. And I love the cover. That's what I'm going with. Humor. Let's go. Let's go. Sure, I'll join a cult. Had a feeling I would see that one. Tough Titties. Tough Titties. Strong female character. Okay. Leslie Jones. Good for you, girl. Hey guys, it's Leslie. Some of the details might be vague because some bitch is 55 and she smoked a ton of weed. Oh, I love her. She's great. She is great. What else do we have? Interesting. Okay. Being Henry. Look at that sweet man's face. Little nug. Surely you can't be serious. The true story. Fun. Airplane. All right, we're going with Sure, I'll Join Your Cult. No, we're going with Leslie. We gotta support our girlies. Is that it? Is that the end? That's the end. Whew. That was a good time. I feel like I've not read a single book in my life. I feel like I need to start paying attention to what is popular because I'm definitely missing the boat on a lot of these genres, especially fiction, especially romantasy, especially fantasy for sure, but even young adult. Like I feel like there's things that I like found out, even nonfiction, that I'm like, didn't know you exist, and now that I do, I would be interested. All right, so the final round of voting is November 28th to December 3rd, and the winners will be announced on December 7th. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video. Maybe I'll try to read some of these books. I don't know. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to read. What are you talking about? Crazy, crazy. This is just, that's how my brain works. That is the end of my reaction. I'm a little embarrassed because I feel like my commentary was either I didn't know this existed or I started but didn't finish this. So don't listen to me. Don't listen to my opinions. You do you, boo. Let me know if any of these were surprising to you. Let me know if you voted for any of the same things that I did. And let me know if I made giant mistakes and I should correct them, because I'm sure that's the case. Thank you so much for watching, as always. And I will see you in another video very soon. Hopefully.